You don't need to train harder. You need to train smarter. Most guys hit the gym, follow the plan, eat the protein, but still feel stuck. Gains slow down. Strength plateaus. And worst of all, motivation fades. And the crazy part? It's not your genetics. It's not your age. It's that no one ever taught you the real habits that actually drive long-term muscle growth. I'm talking about the behind-the-scenes rituals, those daily moves that elite athletes, natural bodybuilders, and smart lifters all use, even if they don't talk about them. And today, you're going to discover exactly what they are. We'll break down 7 muscle-building habits that work with your body, not against it. They're practical, proven, and built to fit into your routine. No gimmicks, no fluff. And the best part? Most of these rituals don't even require more time, just better execution. Stick around until the end because I'll show you how to put all this into a 1-week training plan you can start right away. Before we dive in, make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any content like this and help spread real training advice to more people. Habit 1. Optimized muscle contraction technique. This is the difference between just moving weight and actually building muscle. If you're swinging through reps just to hit numbers, you're missing the point. Real growth happens when you intentionally contract the target muscle with every rep. This is called the mind-muscle connection, and it's backed by science. When you focus on the squeeze, you recruit more motor units, especially fast-twitch fibers, type 2, which have the greatest potential for hypertrophy. Think of your brain like a signal tower. Cortex, neural impulse, motor unit activation, stronger contraction, more fiber recruitment. Here's a practical example. During bicep curls, slow things down. Lift in 2 seconds, hold the squeeze for 1 second, and lower for 3 seconds. That's 6 full seconds of time under tension, a major stimulus for growth. This habit isn't about lifting lighter, it's about lifting smarter. Next time you train, focus on contracting the muscle, not just moving the weight. You'll feel the burn faster, and your results will speak for themselves. Habit 2. Sustained tension. Time under tension. Want to build more muscle without adding more weight? This is how. Time under tension, TTTUT, is one of the most underrated yet powerful tools for hypertrophy. When you keep your muscles under stress for longer, you create both mechanical and metabolic tension, the perfect combo for muscle growth. The goal isn't just to lift heavier, but to stretch the duration your muscles are working. Let's say you're doing leg press. Try lowering the weight over 5 seconds and lifting over 2 seconds. That's a 7-second rep. Do that for 10 reps, and you've got 70 seconds of pure muscle stress. That's how you create micro tears in the fibers and force them to adapt. It's not about rushing through sets. It's about controlling every phase of the movement. The next time you're in the gym, pick one exercise and slow it down on purpose. You'll notice an instant difference in intensity and long-term gains that actually stick. Habit 3. Angle and range variation. If you're always training the same way, using the same exercises, same angles, and same range, your body gets used to it. And when that happens, growth slows to a crawl. Muscles aren't just one big block. They've got upper, middle, lower regions, and fibers that respond differently depending on how you train them. That's why switching up the angles and range of motion isn't optional. It's essential. You hit a flat bench every Monday? Cool. But what about incline? Or a deeper stretch with dumbbell flies? That small change in angle could be the missing piece to fully developing your chest. Same with biceps. Curling in one position over and over leaves half the muscle untouched. You don't need to reinvent your routine every week, but rotating exercises every few weeks, using different grips, benches, or machines, that creates new stimulus, forces adaptation, and keeps progress coming. Your muscles grow when you stop being predictable. Change the angle, change the game. Habit 4. Strategic recovery, deload, and deep sleep. Muscles don't grow in the gym. They grow when you recover. And this is where most people mess up. If you're constantly pushing without ever pulling back, you're holding your gains hostage. Deload weeks aren't a sign of weakness. They're a strategy. One light week every 6 or so can reset your nervous system, let your joints breathe, and help you bounce back stronger. And sleep? That's your secret weapon. Deep sleep is when growth hormone and IGF-1 HICE-1 spike. Miss that window, and you're leaving muscle on the table. Start with simple changes. No caffeine 4 hours before bed. Cut the screen time and shoot for 7 to 9 hours of uninterrupted sleep. You'll feel the difference in your energy, recovery, and how fast you build size. Recovery isn't just part of the process. It is the process. Habit 5. Purpose-driven nutrition. You can train perfectly, sleep like a baby, and still stall if your nutrition isn't locked in. Building muscle isn't just about protein shakes and chicken breast. It's about planning. You need the right macronutrients in the right amounts every day. Protein builds, carbs fuel, fats support hormones. And without balance, your body won't perform, let alone grow. Here's the rough breakdown that works for most lifters aiming for hypertrophy. 1.6 to 2.2 g of protein per kilo of body weight. 4 to 7 g of carbs per kilo for glycogen and training energy. Around 0.8 g of fats per kilo to keep your hormones firing. And timing matters too. Split your protein across 4 to 5 meals, aiming for 25 to 30 grams each time. That keeps muscle protein synthesis active all day. You don't need a perfect diet. You need a consistent, strategic one. Habit 6. Smart training frequency. Training more isn't always better, but training smarter more often is. If you're still hitting each muscle group once a week, you're probably leaving gains on the table. Research shows that training each major muscle group at least twice per week leads to significantly more hypertrophy, especially when total weekly volume is matched. Why? Because you're giving your muscles more opportunities to grow, while still allowing recovery. Instead of blasting chest once and waiting 7 days, split the load. Hit it twice with moderate volume. Less soreness, more progress. A simple upper-lower or push-pull leg split done twice a week can do wonders. You stay fresh, consistent, and stimulate growth more frequently without burning out. It's not about doing more. It's about distributing better. Habit 7. Progressive overload with a system. If you're lifting the same weight for the same reps every week, don't expect your body to change. Muscle growth only happens when you push your body to adapt. That means progressive overload, but done smart, not sloppy. It's not about throwing more weight on the bar every time you feel good. It's about having a system. 1 week, you stick with 3 sets of 8 reps at a solid weight. Next week, bump the weight just a bit. Week after that, maybe squeeze out an extra rep or 2. Then, take a deload week. Pull the intensity back so your body can recover and lock in the gains. That's how real progress works. It's not flashy, but it's consistent. And in the long run, consistency beats intensity every time. If you're not tracking what you lift, you're not training, you're just moving weight around. You don't need more volume. You don't need a new workout split. You need better habits, the kind that build muscle every single day, even when you're not training. These 7 rituals aren't complicated, but they work because they're consistent, strategic, and built around how your body actually grows. From dialing in your mind-muscle connection to maximizing your recovery, nutrition, and training frequency, this is the stuff that separates smart lifters from frustrated ones. So, Now I gotta ask, which one of these habits are you already using? And which one do you know you've been ignoring? Drop it in the comments. I read them all, and I want to know where you're at. And hey, if this video brought you value in any way, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell so you don't miss what's coming next. Because around here, we don't just train hard, we train smart, and we evolve.